Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some more Final Fantasy XVI. Really been enjoying this game. Very big Final Fantasy fan, and patiently waited while all the PS5 owners enjoy this game. And I've probably enjoyed it as much as I've played so far. Game's a bit slow to begin with, but it's finally starting to open up a little bit.
There, son. Fresh.
Okay, so I need to go to drop something off to someone. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it seems important. The ladder here somewhere. Here it is. So I'm using my NVIDIA GeForce Experience on-screen display, so it's a little less obstructive, so you guys should be able to monitor performance without it obstructing too much of what's actually going on. Advanced says, yo, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Just enjoying my Friday afternoon. It's been a long week. Just want to relax and enjoy some Final Fantasy. I thought I may as well bring you guys along for the ride. You can see Mr. Dookie down in the chat. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, one thing I love about this game is the soundtrack. Absolutely A1. I'm gonna go through the in-game settings just so you guys can see how I'm running the game. I know how you guys like to always know the settings. Okay, so for resolution, I am playing at 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz. And for the settings, I've got DLSS enabled at the quality preset. I should have probably put the settings in my title, so I'm gonna have to change that. Forgot to change it. So I got motion blur at 3. I was watching the Digital Foundry review on PS5, and Alex would, I mean, it wasn't Alex, it was I forgot his name now. He was saying that motion blur actually enhances the experience on this game, so I thought I'd put it to 3 and see how it looks. I've got NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency enabled, and all the settings are at high. And of course I am using the not the mod, but it's almost like a bypass, so you're not locked at 30 FPS anymore, so it kind of unlocks the frame rate. I guess you could call it a mod. Mr. Dookie Dan says new Intel this week. No, I heard the new Arrow Lake has been delayed till the end of October. What new Intel are you talking about? The laptops? I think maybe the laptops. Lunar Lake laptops have been released, but I heard there were some issues with stock. But other than that, I haven't heard any Intel news. I think we're not going to get anything concrete until the end of October. But even though I don't plan on getting any Arrow Lake CPUs, I always am interested in the tech, as you guys know, so I'll be keeping an eye on it. And if you guys want my opinion, I'll be happy to give that to you once I know more, of course. Mr. Dookie Dan says, I hate motion blur. Yeah, I'm with you. I usually hate motion blur as well. But there's a lot of very, very fast-paced action in this game. So if it helps make the transition of the moves look a little bit easier on the eyes, then I guess it's worth using. It's kind of like where I always use motion blur for car games, because there's always very, very fast motion. Working out, how the hell do you get over here? Maybe there's a way over here. Let me check. But there's a bridge that's being built and it's not being fixed yet, so how the hell do you get across? Maybe there's another way down here. I'm just gonna run down. Let's see where this takes us. Can we run across here? Looks a little bit too deep. I've pretty much killed all of the enemies around here, so unless they're respawned, there's going to be nothing to fight. Let's see. Perhaps we need to use the world map, maybe? I don't know.
That's one of our branded. We take him in.
Good girl. You get some rest.
You barely have to step out your front door before you're settled.
Seems quite far away. Let's CF toggle. He points the direction you got to go in, but it doesn't necessarily mean I can actually get there. Let's see if there's an exit outside of here.
He goes to Eastpool, leave him in the park.
I've gone full circle. This is actually where I started.
Not at the fish there, son. These turnips, nice and fresh.
Fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts here.
Yeah, the bridge is not available yet, but let's see if we can lower this.
I knew that children were tested, that a bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned. I know. But for a child to be blamed, to be hated by its parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way, did we?
No.
Gosu says, is there another title you're looking forward to this year? I can't wait for Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero and Stalker 2. Stalker 2 is one I've been interested in. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. Yeah, probably. I'll be interested in that as well. Who doesn't like Dragon Ball? Grew up on that. Alright, let's go.
That's enough. It's over.
This game looks so good over 60 FPS. I've been watching so much PS5 gameplay. I couldn't imagine playing this at 30 FPS. Wow, that thing's huge. Okay, let's go. So try and stagger it.
Give them all you've got, boys.
There, we got it now. There's some good damage to it.
There, boy.
Too slow. Try and keep out of the way of this thing. Okay, we got it now. Come on. This thing's got real high defense. Whoa, how have I not dodged that? Finally. That thing was pretty strong. Could do with some more potions. Kaini says, damn, this looks really good at native 4K. It's like bang for buck, 4K mods. Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for tuning in. Just enjoying my Friday afternoon. Looking forward to the fight with Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua tomorrow. Bought the pay-per-view. Watched the weigh-in. Pretty hyped for it now. Okay, we got a lot of flying enemies here.
Stay down. Wake.
Okay, that's all of these guys cleaned up. Okay, Mode says, why didn't you mod Wukong to look like this? I'm not sure what you mean. I don't even know if there was any Wukong mods out at the time. Yeah, we got smaller mud crabs now.
Give them all you've got, boys.
Nice.
It's over. It's over.
Nice. Okay, I like to try and kill every single enemy that's around. I don't really want to try and farm levels right now, but I at least want to make some effort into getting stronger. Okay, we need to keep heading this way. Well, yeah, this is DLSS Quality. Sorry about what the title says. Give me a second, actually. I'm going to edit my title quickly because I don't want people to be misled. So it's high settings, DLSS. Okay. I'll change the description as well. 1 second. It says native 4K when it's DLSS. Okay, that's more accurate now. No one can accuse me of trying to mislead people. Let's keep heading towards the destination. So even though this game is an open world, I still think it works well because the levels, or essentially the areas you get to explore, are pretty big. Where the hell did this thing come from? I swear I just killed one. There's another one now. On Toggle. Stay out of the way of this thing. Alright. But it's done now. Done a good amount of damage on him. Just need to try and wait for my cooldowns so I can get it staggered again. Stay out of the way of that attack. Okay, we got it now. Come on, we almost had him. Got him now. Nice, put some work in on that thing. Ran out of potions now though. So, I'm trying to pronounce this correctly. It's a Dizata says, "Hello Mr. Bankford, can you test God of War Ragnarok on more demanding area with frame gen and DLSS on and off?" I don't really go to demanding areas to test. I just go where the missions take me. I don't think that's the best way to test games because at the end of the day, you're not going to spend all the time in a demanding area. I just play the game naturally, and I don't really like to toggle settings on and off. If I'm going to do a video, it's going to be with the settings that I have in the title of the video rather than be switching settings on and off. You're either going to play with frame gen on or off, and honestly, with the cards I have, you don't need frame gen. You can have a great experience on the 7900 XTX, the RTX 3090, and the RTX 4090 without frame gen. So I don't really know, and that's at 4K for the 7900 XTX and 4090 and 1440p for the 3090. So I don't really find a scenario where you would need frame gen unless you're using a monitor that's over 120 hertz at 4K, which I very much doubt, considering the 4090 doesn't support HDMI DisplayPort 2.0. So, you know, it's a curious video you want to see, but you're going to get around 130 to 140 FPS with a 4090 without frame gen. That's native 4K. So frame gen is literally not necessary. Okay, we have killed pretty much everything now. Just gonna look around to make sure I haven't failed to collect anything. Got chocobo everywhere. I wonder if there's a mission to collect them all. I wonder what happens when you walk up to a wild chocobo. Oh, they actually attack you. I mean, I don't want to hurt them, but a battle's a battle. The hell? Why did this blue one come out? Came out of nowhere. Phil says takes 100 plus FPS to really have proper smoothness, in my opinion, even if it's with frame gen. I mean, they do say 60 is really all you need, but everyone has different tastes. Honestly, you don't need frame gen with, if you got any high-end graphics card with God of War, you don't need frame gen. It does enough good performance without any type of upscaling. Nice. Okay. I keep losing track of where I'm actually meant to be going. I keep getting turned around. Oh, Final Fantasy 16. Oh, I'm kind of just playing through the game. I don't really know what demanding is or what demanding isn't. To be honest, what would you even consider a demanding area? I can't just jump ahead. I'm playing. This is actually as far as I've got in the game. So you're asking me to go to a more demanding area, but I haven't actually gone to one yet. I haven't gone to enough to know what's demanding and what isn't. One more enemy. Okay, so yeah, listen, I went close to the chocobo, I didn't attack it. Next thing I know, the battle song comes on, so I have to defend myself.
Let's go and see.
So in this game, chocobos are they're fine as long as you don't get too close to them, then they don't want to attack you. Got a level up out of all of this though, which is good. That was worth doing all the fighting. And I got a decent amount of ability points as well. Okay, I'm just gonna boost up some of my abilities. So I know I'm probably gonna have to fight a boss or something soon. So the moves I use the most for Garuda, Gouge. I use that quite a bit. And then the next one I'm gonna upgrade is this one. I need 525 points for that. Okay, that'll do for now. Do they just keep respawning? Every time I turn around, there's more enemies.
It's over.
Okay, we're good. I can still hear enemies running around, so there's still one or two I need to kill. I'll leave the chocobos alone though. Okay, let's quickly save it. Oh, it's too late now. Well, whatever comes, I should be able to handle it, hopefully.
Good day to you. I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Griga go with you?
No, I don't like. I like respawns
Offer a donation
that you can control.
from Martha.
That way you can keep track of how many enemies you've killed or what areas you've cleared.
I see. Then please, follow me.
Shadow Master, I don't use AI, I use a custom water cooling loop.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Help me for the pain. I beg you. The light. It fades. I don't want to die alone.
Why is there a little
It's
box?
all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can. For the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable.
Yeah, I'll try Alt Tab as soon as this
Faith, my son,
sequence
you
is done.
shall rise
Oh,
again
I'll Alt Tab.
and find the happiness denied you in this life. Thank you.
Thought it was my mouse, but it's not my mouse, so I'm not too sure what that is. Very strange. So it seems if you keep using the abilities of the icons, you eventually just die. So it's got to be a give and take.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now their final moments may be moments of peace. When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
Okay, so it's not just people with icon power. It's just some kind of curse.
We should get back to Martha's Rest.
Yes, we should.
Okay, let me just alt and tab out. Please. Yeah, it was just the looks like it was just the Steam that was doing that, but that box is gone now. I'm not too sure what that was about. I can see Zizo3434 says not only the ability of the icons, but magic in general wears you out till you become stone. Damn, that sucks. There's always a give and take, so it makes sense. Okay, let's head back and give her the news. Hopefully there's something strong that gets in our way and we have like a fight or something. Something interesting. Damn, 63 FPS even with DLSS quality. That is insane. This game is either insanely unoptimized or just, it really is just that demanding. I don't know. I'm confused. Get closer. Nice.
Stay down. There, boy.
Okay, we dealt with these guys pretty easy. Mr. Dookie Dan says, when monitor on this is a lot less intrusive. Yeah, that was the idea. This is the GeForce experience, or the NVIDIA app now that they call it. So for my live streams in particular, you know, it does what I need it to do, gives you guys enough information, and you know, still makes the experience nice for people that don't really care about that stuff. That is actually a good question. I thought it would be the same engine that made Final Fantasy 15, the Luminous engine, but apparently Final Fantasy 15 is built on a different engine than this, and they've been quite, let's just say, they haven't been too forthcoming about what engine Square Enix is using for this game. So honestly, we don't know. It's something proprietary though. Someone said it's Unreal, but I don't believe so. I know Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth is Unreal Engine, but not this. This is like maybe some kind of in-house Crystal Dynamics engine, or Crystal, or some kind of engine that we've never heard of, but it looks good, just too demanding.
Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength.
What little of it I have. Use profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours,
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us.
He accepted slumbering chocobo from Martha.
And
I just skipped some story there. There's a little bit of dialogue. I'm not too sure what she was going to say. Hopefully it wasn't too important.
you were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
SK Hijink says Alex Digital Foundry presumes it was built for 30 FPS and dynamic scaling to save itself. Basically not optimized, just maxed values with band-aid fixes. Yeah, I agree. Definitely wasn't designed to play over 30 FPS, at least the cutscenes. But the in-game play, I think with a bit more horsepower on the PS5 Pro, maybe they can get a 60, even if it's upscaled. But no way they're gonna unlock the cutscenes. Yeah, I did see they did a PC version of it. I need to check that out when I get time. Guess I get to ride a chocobo now.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct.
Right now I'm using the LG C3 EVA 42-inch. I upgraded my living room TV with my Samsung S9 5B. I wanted something a little bit smaller.
But you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid, for everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh.
So Sid's starting to purify.
Back in the day, she was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
Nah, 60 or nothing.
And Jill,
60 or nothing for me.
I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We'd best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
Okay, we're on a different chapter or stage of the game, holding on. Make for Eastpool. We actually ride chocobos now. I'm not sure. We've got a side mission to do though. I'm just going to quickly save it. Just in case I want to come back and do something in my own time. Mr. Dookie Dan says, I know your voice. Yeah, I know that voice as well. I'm not too sure what other voice acting roles he's done.
I have to find him before the Imperials do. Can't talk now, Oh, you're Clive, aren't you? Martha told me all about you. Word is you're a devil with that blade.
You look like you're in a hurry. Where are you going?
Not far, I hope. But I dare not waste a moment. It might cost a man his life.
Sounds serious. What happened?
Not so much what happened as what might. They've discovered he's a bearer, see? And now, one of his erstwhile friends and neighbors wants to see him clapped in chains.
Where is this bearer?
He wasn't fool enough to wait for the Imperials to arrive. Poor sod took to the road, left his whole life behind. But they'll be after him before long. I need to find him and get him to safety, fast. Here, if you've the time and the inclination, I could do with a hand. Will you help me find him?
Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds interesting.
Of course. We bearers have to look out for each other.
Thank you, Clive. With your help, we might catch up with him yet. His name's Norreis. We need to find him and get him to Martha before the Imperials sniff him out.
You found him yet? You won't catch a bastard standing around clucking like old hens. That fucking snake played me false, acted like he was one of us, and the whole time he was one of them. We need him caught and handed over to the Imperials. Hanging's too good for him. Well, go on then. If he gets away, I'll see you fitted for a noose.
All right, Ronald. We were just leaving. Look, this one's here to help. I was just filling him in.
Ha! Send a bearer to catch a bearer, is it? Not bloody likely. That's it. I'll find the bastard myself.
Come on now, Ron. It's dangerous out there. We wouldn't want you to come to any harm.
You want something done right, you don't send a bearer.
Clive, this might take a while. You start hunting our man, and I'll be along once I put Ronald's mind at ease. Someone said they saw Norreis heading for the Fallen Gate. Maybe you could ask if anyone over that way knows anything. We have to find him. Don't let him slip through our grasp.
Okay, this sounds like an important side mission. So,
Find this Norreis before Ronald takes matters into his own hands. Bearers are hardly difficult to spot. What do you mean about being played false, I wonder?
Tube says streaming in 4K, awesome. Yep. Finally got the internet speed to do it stable, so I'll only stream in 4K for going forward. SK Hijink says your 4K DLA Ragnarok video was awesome and performs like a dream. Great video quality. Thanks, I appreciate it. I've got really fast hyper optic broadband now, so I can just upload at whatever bitrate I want. It goes up so quick, it doesn't matter how big the file is. Zizo3434 says, no, you can't ride a chocobo yet. You still need to progress further. No spoilers, of course. I appreciate that. Mr. Dookie Dan says, I love the accents. Yeah, because it's, especially if you're in the UK, you can notice all the accents, like, depends on where they're from.
He ran off that way not too long back. Looked like he was in a right hurry. And he had a lantern with him for some reason. Never known him to stay out after dark.
He was making for the marshes then. All right. Thank you.
I think when it's kind of like the medieval setting, I think the English accents work really, really well. So you got like Yorkshire accents. You've got, sometimes you've got Welsh accents, you've got Scottish accents. And yeah, it just works. I don't think American accents work very well for medieval settings. Zizo3434 says, you played a lot of Final Fantasy 15 at 4K, right? Which one do you think looks better, honestly? You know what? I used to think it was a lot more simple just to say Final Fantasy 15. 15 has better environments, like the world looks better in 15. But I think the detail on the characters look better on 16, so it's kind of a mixed bag. But yeah, this game has its own charm. It's like a modernized Final Fantasy 9, in my opinion.
A lantern. The one Norreis was carrying, no doubt. At least I know which way he went.
Yeah, when it comes to the witch, I mean, I like Yennefer's gorgeous, obviously. Trish is gorgeous too, but for me, your personality matters as well, and I think Yennefer's just a bit of a bitch. So when it comes to the romance options, I always go with Trish. I know she betrayed you in number 2, but we're all past that now. So number 3, I always go with Trish. And if you try to get them both, then they play a trick on you and you lose them both. So you gotta be careful. Can't be greedy.
Norreis, I presume.
Leave me be.
You were never branded. So that's how you stayed hidden.
Ronald sent you after me, did he? Set an Imperial dog on his best friend. And when we were so close. I'll never forget the hatred in his eyes. But it doesn't matter now. I will not become a slave. As one bearer to another, please. Don't do this. You know how they treat our kind.
Ronald didn't send me. One of Martha's men did. He wanted to make sure you were safe.
I don't understand.
Martha takes in bearers. She's a friend. You can trust her. Believe me.
I never knew. I can't say I'm surprised, though. She has a kind heart. Kinder than most.
Just wait here and stay out of sight. You'll be among friends soon enough.
Thank you. There's few would have been so kind. And sorry. You're no Imperial dog. Far from it.
I've been called worse. Oh, I found a lantern back there. I assume it's yours.
Thanks. I dropped it when those creatures attacked me. But if I'm honest, I wasn't all that sorry to be rid of it. Ron gave it to me.
All right. I'll keep hold of it. I might be able to use it to put an end to the Imperial surge before it begins. A bearer without a brand. To have lived free for so many years. Only to be betrayed by a friend.
What are the odds we have to deal with some Imperials on the way back? Mr. Dookie then says Trish was cool. Yeah, she was cool up until she betrayed you in number 2 with the lodge, but you know, we moved past it. You get to bang Trish in every single game though, if you choose the right options. Oh, they're gonna remake number 1, so I'm really looking forward to that, because I think because number 1's so old and you really need to have a really good PC back then to play it. I think a lot of people didn't get to enjoy number 1, and to see number 1 remade on Unreal Engine, I think that's going to be pretty interesting for a lot of people. Let's go. Hijink says rare to see your settings use a touch of motion blur. Yeah, I was watching the Digital Foundry Final Fantasy 16, obviously their review of it, and I keep forgetting his name. I think it was Alex Might have been Alex, I don't know. Someone said that motion blur works really well on this game, and I thought, okay, let's give it a try, because some of the scenes are so high, like so fast paced. I think it might actually work pretty well on this game. So I didn't put it to maximum, I put it to 3. So for me, so far I haven't even really noticed it. It just feels like it's not even on, so it's actually not too bad.
I'll be fucked if I'm leaving this to a bearer.
There you are, Clive. How goes the search?
Well branded. Have you found the bastard yet?
Only what was left of him. A corpse, torn apart by monsters. And this.
Let me see that. No. It can't be.
Shall we consider that the end of the matter then? Or do you need to see a body?
No. I mean, I've no use for bearer bones. He's dead. Let that be an end to it. Only wish those whose job it was had done what they were supposed to do and spotted him sooner. Letting a bearer go about without a brand? It's not right, I tell ya. Who'll want anything to do with me now, eh? There goes the bearer lover, they'll say. I'll be a laughing stock.
Is it true, Clive? Is Norreis really...
He's alive. You'll find him in a hut in the marshes. He's expecting you.
Oh, you crafty. Still, you did the right thing. Thank you. It's not much considering, but please, take this.
Okay, quest complete. What did I get? Probably got a really good crafting material or something. So we got magic ash and another meteorite. So Zizo3434 says Witcher 2 still holds up pretty well at 4K. Yes, it does. And Mr. Dookie Dan says I tried to play 1 and 2 and hated the controls. Number 1 really was a PC game first. You just had to get used to the mouse and keyboard, and switching the stances was took us a little bit of getting used to, but it works pretty well. Number 2, you could play with an Xbox 360 official Microsoft control pad if you had one, and it worked pretty well. And obviously we know 3 is quite modern. Okay, doesn't seem like there's any more side missions around here, so I may as well get on with the main mission. Let's get out of here. I think that's a dead end. Let's go this way.
I hear the levies are due to go up again.
But this game is kind of, I would say the most adult Final Fantasy I've played in a while. Like the level of swearing,
spread even further south,
the prejudice,
pushing yet more monsters down with it.
the adult content.
Guess I will be seeing a few along the way.
Then we shall have to keep our wits about us.
You don't usually see that much in Final Fantasy games, so this one's definitely an 18 for sure. Still with these guys. It's just good to use your fireball to knock them over and then get to them and use a ground attack. Nice. Even Torgal can knock them down. Okay, that's all of them. So, just a quick question to Zizo3434. I know you've played this game. How do you level up Torgal? Does he just get experience the more you fight, or do you have to feed him certain items, or do you have to pet him a certain amount of times? Or does he just naturally level up as long as you keep him with you? Zizo34 says, I am tripping, or was your 4090 overclocked to 3000 megahertz stable? Yeah, this is my second 4090. This was my RMA replacement. This one overclocks better than my first one. But when it comes to live streaming, I don't overclock. I don't see the point. Stability is everything. Even if there's a 1% chance that my overclock will fail, I don't want to take it. Okay, there's an item over here. There's another one of these turtle things.
This won't be easy. There, boy.
Better get out there. Got you now. Let's go. Right, put as much work in on this thing as possible. Pretty strong though. Okay, let's go. How did I let that thing hit me? Got you now.
There, boy.
Come on, die already. This one's tougher than the last one, I thought. Back here. This one's some kind of special one. It's a lot stronger than the rest. Oh. The hell?
You know what to do, boy.
Finally. This thing was crazy strong. A lot stronger than the ones I fought before. Okay, get back to your comments now. SK Hijink says 2995 megahertz when not streaming, I believe. And usually sorry, that's some loud vehicles went past. So it's usually about 15 megahertz, 3 gigahertz, and then an extra 15 sometimes, depending on the power limit. If I'm power limited, then 295. Okay, there's some more enemies. There's a lot of enemies around here. And I want to deal with them because I want to level up as much as I can. I know it might be a little bit tedious to some of you guys, but powering up is important. You don't want to fall behind. Okay, doing okay. So Zizo3434 says he doesn't level up, he just gets stronger alongside you leveling up. Okay. Tomek says, hey, any stuttering or is it smooth? It is pretty smooth, but there are times when you'll get a little bit of stuttering, but it's not very often. It's very far, a few in between, so don't worry about it. Stuttering is not a major issue on this game. These things don't attack you unless you attack them, so I'll leave them alone. It's going back on myself, right? Just keep heading forwards. I need some something to heal me up.
Let's make this quick. It's over. Sick of Torgal.
Just best to knock these things to the ground and just use a ground attack on them. Pretty much an instant kill almost.
Nice boots you got there. And him over.
Let's try it and see what happens.
Stay down.
We ended up fighting almost 2 groups of enemies at one time. Remember not to travel too far ahead. Someone says good to hear you. Thank you. You're welcome. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're good. How do we proceed? It looks like there's water everywhere. Can we travel through this somehow? Nope. Guess not. Gotta find a way around somehow. This is a dead ender. Still no potions. Where the hell were these things hiding? Easily dispatched. Try going this way, see where it takes us. Ah, there's another side mission. See what's over here. Alright, it's another wyvern. That's fine. Let's go. Whoa. Oh, let's stagger it. I'm running out of health now. Really go after it. This thing's pretty strong as well. You know. I almost died there. Barely killed this thing. We got it in the end. Let's go. Hajing says you've played a lot of Final Fantasy games. Are there any you didn't play? So some of the earlier ones on NES and SNES I didn't play. I played 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Was there a 12? I don't remember. I think 12 was the free roam one, wasn't it? Yeah, I played 12. Yeah, I pretty much played all of the modern ones. Ever since they've been 3D, I've played them all. I think I played Final Fantasy 5 or 6. I only played one 2D one. That was a long time ago, and I don't even think I knew what I was doing properly.
You there, over here. Excuse me, I can use that blade of yours. Ugh, curse my luck, I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait, that's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marfers, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Not while there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Laid out bait, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
We'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. We'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she'll see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Yeah, this game soundtrack is A1. I really enjoy it. One thing I like what they did about the game as well, like when you encounter enemies on just in the map, they don't always initiate a battle song unless it's like a high level enemy. So you don't have that intrusion and stop and start battle song. It gets annoying after a while. So the fact that you can just enjoy the ambient music and just not have to worry about hearing a different song all the time is pretty cool. I am got really low health. I don't have anything. I'm just going to save it now just in case I die. I don't know if I can kill all of these wolves without losing my life, but I'm going to have to try and use toggle to heal me. You can only use that while you're in combat situation.
Look hungry, all right. Hungry and mean.
Toggle! Over here. It's over. A little help.
Gotta find this Bryce and let him know the road's safe.
Okay, just about survived that. Hopefully, I'll find a potion somewhere at some point. Mustafa says, does anyone know what program he is using to have all the PC information at the top? This is NVIDIA's GeForce Experience overlay. So all you got to do is install the NVIDIA app or NVIDIA GeForce Experience. Either one will do. Enable the GeForce overlay, and then I think the default hotkey is shift and R or alt and R, and then it will show up with the minimum kind of PC stats, but you can also customize it a little bit.
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves, so I got rid of the wolves.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you? Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I never thought to pit beast against beast like that. You served us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
Oh, I see. So you can only get back what's available. Oh, I understand what you're saying. That makes sense. Okay, so I'll stop spamming heal then, because he can't do much for me.
Look, the windmills. That must be Eastpool.
Just gotta go all out on these basic enemies just to make sure I don't lose any health. Alt Z for statistics panel. So Alt Z will bring up like bring up the options. So if I was to press it now, it will bring up like the options, but it doesn't actually bring up the statistics. So to toggle that on and off is usually Alt R or Alt Shift and R, something like that. And then you can toggle it. So if I was to do it now myself, it will disappear. And then if you use Shift or Control, you can change how it looks. You can enhance it or change what stats you're monitoring. Tarnish the Witch says, I find it kind of crazy Square has been developing games for over 30 years and optimization is this poor. Well, they've been developing games for over 30 years, just not for PC. Granted, all games are developed on PC, but you know, we all know that consoles have less optimization issues.
This area seemed a very different place back then.
Hopefully we can find something interesting around here. Oh man. Hopefully we don't run into something big, because I'm not ready to fight it yet. What do we have here? No. Just found 10 bloody hides. That's just a crafting material. Nothing I can use to heal me. Eastpool. Finally got to our destination. The game should really heal you when you get to settlements like this.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
Gustavus, you say some shit like that to me again, I want to block you. I'm not playing. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes. But oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah.
Mustafa says, do you think you finished the game or do you think you'd be bored by it? No, I won't get bored.
You will stay here, in Eastpool. Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please. There is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
That's interesting.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
Oh, okay, I get it. I remember
poor
that guy.
child. You look pale. All this travel must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later.
I thought he died with the king. Or the duke, should I say. I can't remember what happened to him. Because we all got, like, the duke got killed and then pretty much everyone with him got killed. Apart from me, so. But everything's starting to reveal itself.
You don't want to sleep inside.
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Mustafa says, do you do YouTube as a full-time job, or if you don't mind me asking? No, YouTube's just my hobby.
13 years of killing.
It's never been my job. I just do this because I like it.
13 years. Without the faintest glimmer of hope.
Let's get hijinks. Have you played this on PS5?
It was only Joshua that kept going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered.
Bro, if you don't take this chance, man, you're a waste, man. Look how she's looking at you, bro.
You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
Come on, don't be a frigid bastard. Obviously, she's into you. What the hell is wrong with this dude, man?
We should get some rest.
Right.
Look, you guys have both got something in common. You shared something real deep. The moment was right, and you never took it.
Sleep well.
You're a disgrace to men everywhere. Anyway, I got some comments to read. I'll get to your comments as soon as I can. There's just a lot more dialogue.
Thank you, Lady Hannah. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while. But seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Got some comments I need to catch up on. So Tarnish says Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't very optimized on the console either. That will be another PC port coming in hot next year. It's a common theme for Square games for the looks of it, by the looks of it, sorry, and they are veterans in the industry too. B Varga 78 says the story of the game can be awesome and exciting in places and a bit dull in others, but it's worth completing in my opinion because the lulls tend to pick up again. To me, I'm quite persistent, even if stories drag on a little bit or they fade out.
It should take us all the way to
I would always like to finish what I start. If a game that I play and I don't finish it, it must be really, really bad. But I'm pretty persistent. Let's see. B Varga 78 says it'll be interesting to see how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth runs on the PS5 Pro. And SK Hijinks says, nah, I didn't have a PS5 anymore, but I never got Final Fantasy 16 for it, only GT7. Okay, fair enough. Just the way you were commenting on the textures, I thought you're kind of reliving moments that you've already experienced on lesser hardware, shall we call it. Alright, which way are we meant to be going? This way. Trying to catch up. SK Hijinks says, I figured I'd wait for the PC. That was a smart choice. Tarnished Witch says, oh, this is at B Vargas, that's got nothing to do with me. Mustafa Faziel says, I feel like this game is mostly cutscene more than actual gameplay, like games like Devil May Cry or God of War. Yeah, it is pretty story driven. I honestly like that. As long as the story is good, then I don't mind.
Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers? Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Sorry guys, I had to wait for all the dialogue to finish. I'll try and catch up with some comments now.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that.
I was going to have a look at, because I see he's carrying a new sword. I just want to check the stats of it. Because I never equipped this. Yeah, it's a little bit stronger than the one I had. It's called Invictus. Doesn't that mean victory? Pretty sure it means victory. Anyway.
Let's go and meet that bearer.
Gustavius Twinkleberry says he's just like me for real. Now you gotta go for what you want in life. There's something there that you want, you gotta try and take it. B Varga 78 says Clive's a good looking fellow and draws quite a lot of female attention, but he's also pretty shy. Yeah, he's shy, but I would imagine because he's been a soldier for so long and a servant, he doesn't have too much experience. But gotta start sometime. Tarnish the Witch says, actually that wasn't for me. SK Hijink says, I'm just appreciating your stream quality, it looks great, and the games in actual high res matter to me. Yeah, it certainly does, which is why I watched your channel since 980 Ti days. That is going back. Well, I didn't realize you've been watching the channel for so long. I always appreciate long-term subscribers and viewers. Varga 78 says the visual quality is great. Some of those stone walls and buildings almost look close to photorealistic in places. Yeah, I agree. The game shines sometimes, not all the time.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
All right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Oh, B Varga says Invictus actually means unconquerable. Oh, okay. I remember seeing it on a I think it was a men's cologne advertisement, and I think the fragrance was called Invictus, and I think whatever model it was, they were carrying like a trophy or something, so I just assumed it meant victory. But I guess that works too. Just having a look at the comments I've missed. Tarnish the Witch says, I think that's a case with a lot of swearing in its games. Visually stunning in some areas, like those icon fights, then quality drops like a stone in the water in some areas, yeah. But this is PC, there's no dynamic scaling. So it pretty much looked good everywhere. Just want to double check that I don't know if I prioritized the side quest. So we've got to travel to Martha's Rest to do it. Yeah, let's just go back. Do the side mission. So we're meant to try and find an old man. Just gonna make sure this mission is actually selected on the journal. He's already been completed. Speak with the villagers. So it is actually a main mission, it's not a side mission. Okay. Fair enough. In that case, I'll teleport back, but there is someone over here actually.
Here, you're that bearer who works for Martha, aren't you? Can you give me a hand? Curse my luck, I dropped my crystal off a cliff into the bloody swamp like an utter fool. Now, I've not got your knack, see, and I need that shard to chill my fish if I'm to take him to market. It's just a short climb down, I'll make it worth your while.
You better.
I can't promise anything.
Well, just promise you'll look. Ah, there may be one thing I failed to mention about the crystal. A creature might have already claimed it.
Claimed it?
All right, eaten it, but only might have, you understand. There were a lot of bog crabs down there. Nasty buggers, them.
Sounds like I need to break a few shells.
Oh, don't worry, there weren't too many of them. A veritable walk in the marsh, as they say. The ladder's right over there.
Okay, I just want to see if I got enough ability points to upgrade one of my Garuda abilities. 400 points, not quite enough. I need another 125. So, kill some more enemies. These 3434 says, I don't think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will run as bad on PC like Final Fantasy XVI. Digital Foundry recently uploaded a gameplay video of Rebirth on PS5 Pro and it was running 60 FPS locked. No way a 4090 would struggle. Plus, you got to remember that the Final Fantasy VII Remake series is all on Unreal Engine. I believe Rebirth is actually going to be on 5 rather than 4, like the first remake was. So, Final Fantasy, or rather, Unreal Engine 5 games have been pretty demanding, so jury's going to be out on that one, but we should have GTX 50 series by then, so we'll see. RTX 50 series, sorry.
This should be interesting.
But one of these has this guy's thing.
You know what to do. Get him, boy! It's over.
This must be it. No point spending any more time down here than I have to.
Yeah, got what I need. Let's get out of here. Where's that ladder? There's a ladder around here somewhere. Or we could always take the stairs. Yeah, I couldn't imagine playing this game at 30 FPS. That must have been torture.
Well, any luck?
Yours, I presume.
You found it! Oh, thank you!
Want more than your thanks? Give me some money.
Any longer out in the sun, my catch would have made for poor eating indeed.
Be more careful next time.
Oh, I will, I promise. No point casting my nets of a morning if I'm without a crystal to see the catch to town. There was a time honest tax-paying folk could get new ones whenever they wanted. Can't now, though, not for love nor money. Crystals are scarce, and the Empire tightens its purse strings more every day. Lose this little beauty again, and I might as well scrap my nets and take to begging.
That is a good point, Tarnish. Square technically isn't under Sony, so they don't actually need to have their ports dealt with by places like Iron Galaxy and Nixus. Nixus probably are the best for the PC ports. But I guess Square wanna have, I don't know, more control. You outsource things, quality can, because I remember Final Fantasy VII Remake, the original, we would have had it a long time ago, but the original studio they gave it to, they wasn't happy with the quality, so they took it back and did it themselves. So maybe they, since they done that, they kind of learnt their lesson and they want to do things themselves. That's just speculation, of course, but might be the case. Anyway, I need to leave this village and go back to speak to a few more villagers. Anyway, time to fast travel. You only fast travel near the crystals. Hold on. You go back to one of those fast travel points. Okay, that's how it works. Gustavia says Jetpack Studios are also good. They did both God of War ports actually. Ah, I didn't know about that. Yeah, I'm hearing good things about Ragnarok. Yeah, Ragnarok runs fantastic. Really, really good port. Runs butter smooth. I didn't expect any less. The last God of War worked pretty well as well. Zizo3434 says combat challenges in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are extremely difficult because they're parry reaction based. Had to play it with blurry visuals to get for platinum. No way is it possible at 30 FPS. Yeah, I'm still getting to grips with the combat mechanics, but I like the way the game gives you the opportunity to replay every single chapter you do on this game.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travellers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalifian. I was born and raised down Market Street, and never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Okay, that's one villager down. And another one.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, He worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be around here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go have a word with them.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill. For making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
So Jill, is she like royalty or some kind of royal bloodline as well? I'm guessing she is because everyone calls her my lady. Mustafa says, did you try HDR on this game? Yeah, I've actually got a HDR video that's ready to be released, but I don't like to release too many things at once because people get quite sensitive about their feed. So once I finish live streaming this, I've got a HDR video that was processed for 48 hours. It's ready to go. I want to release that today, and then you guys can see this game in HDR. It looks okay. It doesn't look amazing. Maybe isn't the best HDR implementation I've seen. Anyway, let's go and find a Chocobo Keeper. Hopefully that means they're one step closer before we can ride Chocobos. I don't know how they've done it, but the leather really does look like it's leather. I'm really impressed by that.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
I wouldn't say it would be
You must
better,
be Patrick.
but
I am.
I'm just saying you're not missing too much.
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself.
Okay, B. Vargas, thanks for letting me know. Jill is from a small aristocratic family that were subject royal vassals of Clive's father, King of his area. So she was like an honorary kind of, how should we call it?
So that's
Captive or...
Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here. We'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
West 0609 says, I got an RTX 3080, playing it with DLSS on balanced.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
On 1440p, everything on max. I can't keep 60 FPS everywhere. Yeah, the game is pretty demanding. But it looks great. So, some may say it's warranted. I still think it should be performing better. Because if you look at it, this graphics card has a 520 watt power limit. Games like God of War have no problem maxing out that power limit, which means you're pretty much getting every bit of the graphics card's performance.
Could he have strayed even further?
Whereas this game feels like it's leaving quite a lot on the table. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some patches in the future. B Varga 78 says, I guess the nice way of putting it that she was under their protection, which was common practice in feudalism to build up bonds and loyalty. Yeah, I know they did that a lot in Japan, so you'd get like, you'd have like someone important to that family, so if there was ever any trouble, it's like, yeah, we've got your firstborn daughter, and she's not going to be married to any generals anytime soon, so if you guys don't fall in line, then you know what's going to happen. And it just kind of keeps the peace in a way. Everyone, she's going to be well taken care of, but at the same time, you know, she's an honorable hostage in a way, and any trouble from you guys, then off with her head basically. So I guess it was a weird way of avoiding bloodshed and you know, encouraging a bit more loyalty. You bought some potions? No, I didn't. Was there a shop back there? I should have bought some, shouldn't I? Let's go back. Let's have a look. No shops around here. There was a shop there actually. Yeah, I'm gonna run back, go to the shop. It's actually worth doing. Well, it's just in case I fight a hard enemy. Yeah, it's kind of like you know, Game of Thrones, where who was it? I can't remember his name now. Damn it, I can't remember his name, but the one that got sent to live with the Starks, the Greyjoy, forgot his name, the Greyjoy kid. That was basically the same situation, wasn't it? He got treated well, but he essentially was a prisoner. So over here. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, Theon Greyjoy. Yeah, he's basically was in the same situation as Jill, essentially. Like you're living with a prominent family, you serve, and it's kind of like you mess up, we've got your heir to the throne, and you know what will happen. The Greyjoys weren't trustworthy anyway. Why the hell did I buy that? I did not need to do that. That was just a waste of money. Try and focus. What is this? Nope, don't care about that. Already got enough of these. Let's just buy the potions. That's what we really came for.
Here you go. There you are.
Some more stone skin tonics. This will come in handy.
Here you go.
Okay. One thing that I don't understand is, yeah, actually that makes sense, because Clive basically got enlisted against his own will with the Imperial Army. That was never something he wanted to do, and he ended up becoming a slave basically, and he obviously ran away. He's a deserter now, and they'll just kill him on sight, but because he's quite strong, they haven't been able to do that. Vivaga says that Theon Greyjoy was like them, almost like family as well, but ultimately it didn't help that much. I don't want to spoil things for yeah, I mean, I've seen all of Game of Thrones, I've seen all of House of the Dragon as well, so you wouldn't spoil it for me, but I understand you're being considerate of people that may have not seen it, so that's always appreciated. Yeah, we know what he did, and he essentially was only spared because if it wasn't for him, Sansa probably wouldn't have survived. Plus, he paid a massive price anyway, and he lost his manhood in a different type of way. So I think he suffered enough. Yeah, wow, look at the size of this guy. Is that a Minotaur? It's gonna take him down. Loads of big enemies out here. Let's deal with these guys first. Yeah. Bam. Was not ready for that. Wow, I really need to start dodging more. Okay, we finally got him staggered. Finish you off.
There, boy.
Finally took him down. I took way too much damage. I should have done a lot better with the dodging and the parrying, but I need to practice a little bit more. B Varga says, I've watched season 1 of House of the Dragon and enjoyed it. I will watch season 2 but not subscribe to HBO at the moment. Zizo3434 says, yeah, you play too aggressively. Dodging is key in this game. Yeah, it certainly is. I need to keep my distance a little bit more and just anticipate the attacks and just be more patient. Wait for the attacks to for the last minute so I can dodge and do a counter attack. But there's a lot of enemies I can practice on, so I'll get the hang of it eventually. But yes, House of the Dragon season 2, I think season 1 was better. Season 2 kind of peaks too early in the season and then you're waiting for something and it just doesn't happen. So I'm not going to say any more than that, but you should still watch it. It's still good. Over here.
Don't let them get away.
Nice. Where the hell did this other guy just spawn in from? Oh, this will give me a chance to practice on my dodging. So, let's do this.
This won't be easy.
I need to stop dashing towards the enemy.
Not this time.
All right, let's go. Gonna wait a little bit. Nice. Come on. Oh, I was doing a fireball at that same time, so I couldn't get out of the way. Didn't see him there. Yeah, we got you staggered. Oh, let's get out of the way. Too slow. A little bit too slow myself. Keep a better eye on my opponent.
Sick of Torgal.
Okay. Did better this time. Dodged a 1 or 2 attacks. Still could use a bit more practice. Okay, catch up some comments. B Varga says the game is getting a bit more open world-ish around here, though. It's never a true open world, but you get a big open zones. You do, so it's like not open world, but you still feel a little bit more freedom. Before the start of the game, you felt like you were really on rails, so there wasn't much you could do. Let's see. And that's fine in my books. Zizo3434 says, if my memory serves me right, there's an ability that extends your dodge window. Learn it ASAP. Okay. Let's see if I actually have the opportunity to learn that, or maybe you need to acquire a certain icon before you actually get that ability. So, Rook's Gambit Gerudo, jump back and deliver punishing counter. Summon a magical nullifying tornado. So it's definitely not these. What is this? Deadly Embrace. Send a grappling claw out to grab the smaller. Yeah, that's just his normal boost attack. What is this? Heat Wave. Summon a projectile dispelling wall. Okay, that stops projectiles. And that's kind of like your ultimate. I don't want to save up for that yet. It's going to take far too long. What is this? Taunt. It's definitely not that. Stomp. X while in the air. Don't really care too much about that. Charge magic. Already kind of powered that up. Yeah, I don't have the ability to learn that. But as soon as I do get the chance, I'll definitely learn that. It's definitely going to be worth it. But let's learn. Let's enhance the Wicked Wheel. I use this quite a bit. So it's worth powering up. Alright, I'm already burnt through my high potions, so I need to start fighting a little bit with a bit more caution. I'm just losing way too much health in these fights. And the shops are not always close by. Okay, how the hell do I get up there? Oh, let's keep going forward. Maybe we just go up the hill. B Varga 78 says the detail of all of the models is really high. Even on the PS5 in camera mode, you can zoom in so much you can even see high detail in the enemy's eyeballs. Yeah, I noticed that. There's always accurate reflections in the eyes. A bit weird, but that's just how I roll. Check your precision dodge in the middle circle. Is that what it is? Then I just spent all those points. Precision dodge. No, I don't have that. Actually, let's have a look. Phoenix Shift, Rising Flames. Precision dodge. Oh, this one. You can't power it up anymore at the moment. So maybe I've already mastered it a little bit. I think I've already upgraded it once. So maybe the one that you were speaking about, I think I've already done it. So I just need to, it's just on me really. It's just a skill issue on my side. Just need to get a little bit better. Console will knock it down. These guys are okay. As long as you don't bother them, they're fine. Are you going the wrong way? Oh no, we just go up here, take a right. But I can just go back to the shop and refill on my potion, so I may as well go and do that.
You're buying, I'm selling. There you are. Here you go. There you are.
Okay, that's all I need. Fully restocked. I'll try not to burn through these ones. I'm just going to quickly save it, because I have been playing for a while. I don't want to lose that progress. Always have a backup file. Okay, let's continue with the story now. So just gotta go to the windmills and just take a right, basically. Across the bridge. It's this way. I mean, 90, 80 FPS, is that, if that's low to you, then I guess that's low, but this game is pretty strange with performance. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. And what's funny is, you know, it can just be from turning left to right can change FPS drastically, so it doesn't quite make sense.
Look, there's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry.
Don't jump.
Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
I like this battle song.
Get him, boy!
There's more on the way, are there?
That's it.
Ooh, sir.
Sick of Torgal. It's over.
Easy work. Yeah, game's performance doesn't make much sense, but for me, as long as I'm playing over 60, I'm happy.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Yeah, I did download Frostpunk 2. It's not a game I've played before, so I'm not familiar with it. So I will get something out eventually. I just need to familiarize myself with the type of game it is. And I don't want to do something just hastily and it just looks terrible.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness. And now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course. But it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stay behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they call them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah, after all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Okay, quest complete. I would say 84K with frame rate looks better, but DLSS quality looks decent on here. Not too much of a difference. I don't know if I got frame gen on, honestly. I got to double check again. I think it's just DLSS quality. Gotta quickly check. Let's have a look. I really hate the way sometimes you just miss the settings you want to look at. So I'm using DLSS quality and DLSS frame generation is off. So it's just upscaling from 1440p up to 4K. But anyway, guys, I have been streaming for just over 2 hours. Had fun. I might stream. Actually, I doubt it. I've got a busy day tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream on Sunday. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for now. If you're new, consider subscribing. If not, just jump in when you see that I'm live. That'll do for me. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Thanks for everyone that got involved in the chat. Makes streams a lot more enjoyable for me when people are talking amongst themselves and asking questions. So more of that, please. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for watching.